Sorry about that. I cut myself off a little. Anyway, they gave commentary over the game, like every new scene. Every time you went to a new area, basically, they would talk for like a couple minutes about the game and their thought process and how they made the game is really quite fascinating, very interesting. Really like to see more developers do that. I think Portal 2 has something similar, but I haven't tried that out myself yet.
I've not played the single player in Portal 2 yet, only the multiplayer. So.
Really?
Mhm.
How is the multiplayer? I've only played single
It's a
player.
lot of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, I played it with my wife, so.
Nice. Oh, I didn't know you were married.
I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The only problem with it is it's the sort of thing you can only play through once and with one person.
Right. Yeah.
After you know the solutions, it's no fun playing with anyone
Yeah,
else.
actually, yeah, because both my wife and one of my friends, Captain Eric Reagan, if anyone remembers him, knows him from Game Cola, they both want to do co-op with me.
Oh, on the Portal 2? You better
Yeah, on
pick
Portal
which one
2,
you like
yeah.
more, and don't tell the other one. You can just play dumb when they want to play through.
I think the end result is just that I'm never gonna do it now. I can't choose. I'll play both characters myself. Oh, you should absolutely check out the single player mode. I'm sure you're planning to, but you should.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right now I wanted to beat Borderlands first, but that game is boring to me to
What was
to
it?
not play video games.
Morrowind?
Borderlands?
Oh, I heard Morrowind. Okay.
Close.
I played that. I played the online for Borderlands for a bit, but the problem was the people I was playing with, they would also play with each other, but not with me sometimes. So the end result was that they were always like 15 levels ahead of me, and every time we would play, they would just run ahead and kill everything while I'm still like picking up a little crappy gun off the ground.
Well, I got into it too late, and no one else is playing it at this moment, so I'm playing through single player, and it's just not fun.
That's what I did. I never went back to try to play again. I ended up trading it on Guzex for like several hundred points. So
It's the point in the game where you fake shoe shine his shoes, I guess.
We're trying to get the hat, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I actually really enjoy this puzzle. And that solution particularly. Where the answer is to just point in the other direction, say, "What the hell is that?" and then run. Also from the movie, of course. This comes up several times in the series too. I'm a big fan. I just think it's funny. Although, for the life of me, I do not remember why we need to get the hat back.
It's very important.
We have to get what's George McFly's name here?
We'll call him Danny.
Danny?
That's not his name.
No, that's the cop, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh man. Anyway, it's his great grandfather, whoever, the McFly who was in the soup kitchen. We need to find him, and in order to do that, we're going to get this hat and give it to Einstein so we can sniff it. Just like the puzzle at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, use the dog to sniff out something that gets used a couple times here.
Yeah. Took me a while to figure it out here too, if I recall. It was one of those puzzles where I'm not sure like what the end result that I'm looking for is, so I don't know what the step before that could possibly be. Like, I think I wasn't sure that we were supposed to be looking for him, perhaps. Problem with that kind of puzzle is that you can oftentimes end up solving it without having any clue what you're doing or why.
Uh-huh.
I've had that happen in adventure games before, where I'm busy just like you were talking about before, clicking on everything, talking to everyone, and then picking up everything, and then you accidentally solve the puzzle as a result. A puzzle that you did not know you were supposed to be working on yet.
Yep, I think that happened to me a couple times in the Back to the Future game, actually.
Yeah, here we are, getting Einstein to sniff the hat. Okay, so we are now working on the subpoena thing. Right, because one of the critical elements of getting the rocket drill is to get young Doc able to do so. He can't do anything until he delivers the subpoena. Because he is a clerk at the law office, where his dad is a judge. I find that the best commentaries are often several minutes behind what the actual action is. Don't you agree?
That's the way I like it. It
Yeah.
doesn't spoil for me what's going on. When
Exactly.
Because the commentators are busy talking about Borderlands.
That's not the same apartment that Edna Strickland was in, is it?
I'm not sure if it's supposed to be, but it looks like they used the exact same model. So I'm not sure if it was meant to be or if they were just lazy.
That's funny.
Hey, Arthur, can you come down a minute?
It looks very much like it could be, like the same street and everything, even.
Uh-huh.
But actually, it probably isn't, because I would suspect that Edna is living in that apartment right now.
You mean my second cousin?
I'm gonna guess she hasn't left it.
It probably
Glad
isn't
to
moved.
know you, but
Since she's a
I
hoarder.
can't leave this building till the
Only a
boss
newspaper
says so.
hoarder, though.
He's given strict orders. Sorry, some other time.
Oh, I just figured out how I could have figured out what we're doing too. The name of the video is Subpoenaing Arthur McFly.
That is a giveaway.
Yes. Yeah. So, also, his name's Arthur. There it is.
There we go. Not Danny McFly.
Danny McFly. Well, I probably confused half the viewing audience by calling him George McFly, so.
What is George McFly's name in this game?
Yes, exactly.
Confused me. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's still George.
Yeah. Sometimes my brain makes connections that like no one else would ever understand. Like that question made like perfect sense in my head. Like, who is the George McFly character? But yeah.
I eventually got it.
Yeah.
Well, look who's back. They say rats always
Yeah, but unfortunately,
return to the scene of the
Arthur
same
McFly
shit.
will not let us even
Get it,
talk to him.
Ratchets?
He's too scared because Kid Tannen has him working on something, and he doesn't want to stop doing it. I think that's what's going on. So here's the solution for how we get him to pay attention to us. Does everyone able to follow so far? Yeah,
This was a puzzle I actually sort of solved on accident, where I was just clicking on them and I started recording their voice.
Oh, see, this is another one that took me a while. I think I'm going to disagree with your earlier point that the puzzles in this game are too easy, because this is like the third one where I'm remembering having difficulty figuring it out.
I didn't say the puzzles in this game were too easy. I said that I thought it was the fifth one.
I think you did in your review, though.
Did I? Well, they might have been a little too easy.
I guess at that point, I think your definition of easy might have changed as the series went.
It did. I was like, wow, this is a little too easy, and I played the fifth one. I was like, oh, wait, this is
This
way
is
too
a nice
easy.
challenge all of a sudden.
Uh-huh.
Einstein, help. Lay off. Wait out here. Go away, dog. We're busy here. Go on, straight.
Have you played Hector Badge of Carnage at all?
Hey,
No, I have not.
Oh,
But it's probably when I'll get around to it at some point.
yeah, it's pretty good. We just posted a review of it not too long ago, where the reviewer said its puzzles were too easy, so I was going to see if you thought they were too easy too. But I didn't think they were, but apparently I never think they're too easy. There is no too easy for me.
Too easy's just right.
Exactly. No, I mean, half the time, if a game gives me a difficulty option, I will go to easy mode if I can. Unless there's a trophy or an achievement for not doing it. Because I'm much more into just like experiencing the game and playing it the whole way through than I am into the challenge of doing so. So anything that prevents me from progressing in a game, I don't see it as like, oh, this is a fun thing. I see it as, all right, what do I do to make this go away? Because I want to see more stuff. How do I make this easier for myself?
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, that's just my place.
I like there to be a little bit of difficulty to the puzzles, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I said in my review that these were too easy, I guess these are the appropriate difficulty considering how their other games progressed.
Compared to the
I'm
rest
okay
of
with
the
these.
future series. I might have made that up too. I might have.
That sounds like something I'd say.
But yeah, here. So the puzzle here was we had to get Kid Tannen to chase us up to the top of that structure and record him yelling at us, so that we could then play that for Arthur McFly, so he would think that Kid Tannen was yelling at him, and then he'd come downstairs.
Right away, boss.
This to me is like a classic adventure game puzzle.
Where's
Yes.
Adventure game logic. That's what's going on right here. Very roundabout way of solving things. That's what I like about these kind of games.
Mhm.
It's never just as simple as like you have a remote control that doesn't have batteries. You have to go to the kitchen drawer, open it, and put batteries in it. It's always
the
like,
kind of
okay,
puzzle
you
you
don't
want
have
to solve.
batteries, so you have to find a way to recharge the batteries you already have. So you got to find some liquid nitrogen, dip it in, and etc. You think I'm joking? That's an actual puzzle from an adventure game. It's actually a bad example because I thought that puzzle was terrible. But that's from Runaway, a road adventure. A Spanish adventure game that was localized for US several years ago.
I was like, was it in Spanish?
No. It was at one point, but not the version I played. Yeah, actually, that game went a little overboard with the adventure game logic at times, where nothing made any sense, and your character was just this massive, massive jerk that did horrible things to everyone. Little overboard. Yeah, that's the one where there's at one point where a character appears to have died, and you like don't care at all. You're just like, well, whatever. I have puzzles to solve. Better continue. But in that same game, he completely goes ballistic because he rips his t-shirt.